In 2022, something very sad happened in Europe. Big explosions shook the sky in Ukraine. Many people had to leave their homes to find a safe place. Families were scared, schools and hospitals closed. People were crying. But in the middle of this fear and pain, one man stood up and stayed strong. This man was not a soldier. He was a comedian. People used to laugh at his shows. But now he was in danger. Still, he did not run away from his home. The man's name was Volodymyr Zelenskyy. When war started, he did not hide. He talked to the people and gave them hope with his strong words. Every day he spoke on video. He said, "I am here. We will not give up." His words made many people feel brave and proud to be Ukrainian. People all around the world began to watch him. They were surprised. How could a man who told jokes become a strong leader in such a big crisis? At first, many did not believe he could help the country. He was new in politics. But he stayed in the capital and worked harder each day. He did not fly away. He did not leave his people. Tanks and bombs came close, but he made videos to keep the people strong and calm. Little by little, people changed their minds. They saw courage, not fear. They saw a man who truly loved his land and the people who lived there. Volodymyr Zelenskyy was born in a small town in Ukraine in 1978. His father was a computer teacher, and his mother worked with machines as an engineer. When he was young, his family moved to Mongolia for 4 years. They came back to Ukraine, and he went to school in Kryvyi Rih, where he was a good student. He liked school, joined acting and sports, and loved to be on stage. He was lively and full of joy, always ready to make people watch and smile at him. Zelenskyy was born into a Jewish family. His family taught him to be kind, to work hard, and to respect learning. These values were very important in his home. He first spoke Russian, but later also learned Ukrainian and English. This helped him talk to more people and tell his ideas clearly in his next jobs. School was not only for lessons. He joined small plays with his friends and made people laugh. From early times, he showed love for acting and performing. Zelenskyy liked acting, but when he was older, he went to a big school to study law. This was a smart and serious choice for many young people. He studied hard at Kyiv National Economic University. Even though he learned about law, he did not become a lawyer after school ended. His heart stayed with performance and media. He chose to follow what he loved the most, even if his life plan first seemed different from the path ahead. After school, Zelenskyy did not become a lawyer. He followed his dream to make people laugh and joined with friends to start a funny group called Kvartal 95. Kvartal 95 made people smile and think. They told jokes about problems in the country. Some jokes were about leaders and the way the government worked. People liked the group because the jokes were smart and true. Zelenskyy became more and more popular because he showed real problems in a funny way. Kvartal 95 grew fast. It became not just a group but a company. They started to make more TV shows, movies, and fun events for people in Ukraine and beyond. Zelenskyy was not just behind the camera. He was in front of it too. He acted in many shows and made people laugh with his funny face and kind smile. His face was often on screens. He became a judge on a TV show, and this helped even more people know him. Young and old people began to love his work. In 2015, Zelenskyy played a teacher in a TV show called Servant of the People. The show told the story of a simple man who becomes president by accident. The teacher in the show spoke about bad things in the country. One day, a video of him talking goes online, and people want him to be the leader. The show was funny but also real. Many people in Ukraine watched it. They saw hope in the teacher and started to see Zelenskyy as a strong voice too. In 2018, Zelenskyy said he wanted to be president. Many people were surprised but also happy. They knew him from TV and liked his kind and honest way. He did not use old ways to talk to people. He used phones and computers to speak with the people of Ukraine. This helped him connect with many young voters. He promised to fight bad things in the country, like unfair rules and leaders who take money. His words were simple, and people started to believe in him. In April 2019, people in Ukraine voted. Zelenskyy won with over 70% of the votes. It was a big win. He became the new president the next month in May. His win was a big change. He was not like the old leaders. People were tired of problems and wanted someone fresh. He gave them new hope for the country. Soon after, he started working hard. But being president was not easy. He had to fix many big problems. It was time to turn big words into real work. One of the first things he did was to bring new people to the government. Many of them were young and honest. They wanted to help make Ukraine better. He also asked the old leaders in parliament to leave. Then he said Ukraine needed new rules to stop people in power from taking money or acting badly. Still, not all people liked his ideas. Some business leaders and old helpers tried to stop him. But Zelenskyy stayed strong and did not step back. After becoming president, Zelenskyy had many hard jobs. One of the biggest was the war in the east of Ukraine, where people were still fighting and dying. He wanted peace. He met with leaders and talked many times to find a way to stop the war. But it was not easy. The problem was deep and had many layers. Soldiers and families in the east needed help. Zelenskyy sent support, but peace did not come fast. Still, he stayed hopeful and kept trying to find a better way. Another problem was corruption. Some people in power took money or gave jobs only to friends. This made others feel things were not fair in the country. Zelenskyy wanted to stop this. He made new rules so people could not easily steal or lie. But some of the old leaders did not like the changes he made. He tried to make things open and honest. He showed where money went and asked questions. Trust grew slowly, but stopping bad acts took a lot of time. Zelenskyy also worked to make Ukraine closer to Europe. He traveled to meet leaders and asked for help. He wanted Ukraine to be strong with new friends. He told other countries that Ukraine wanted to grow and do better. He promised to make life fair and peaceful, so more countries could trust and help. Some leaders from the West gave support and said good things. They sent aid, shared ideas, and wanted Ukraine to feel like part of the bigger world. In 2020, a new problem came to the world. A virus called COVID-19 started to spread. People got sick, and life in Ukraine changed very fast. Zelenskyy told people to stay safe. Schools closed, shops shut, and masks were used. The health workers worked hard, but many people still got sick. The government gave help to families and businesses. Zelenskyy tried to keep things calm, but it was a scary time. He told people to stay strong and kind. In early 2022, Russia sent many soldiers and tanks to the borders of Ukraine. People were afraid that something very bad was about to start soon. On February 24, 2022, Russia attacked many cities in Ukraine. Bombs dropped from the sky. Families woke up to the sound of war at their doors. The invasion shocked the world. People ran from their homes. But President Zelenskyy did not leave Kyiv. He chose to stay and lead the country in danger. Many world leaders thought Zelenskyy would run away, but he stayed. He went on video and told people, "I need help, not a ride." This strong message showed his love for Ukraine. He was ready to fight for his land and his people, no matter how hard the times were. People across the country felt stronger. They saw a president who would not give up. They trusted him more and wanted to follow his path. Zelenskyy spoke every day to Ukraine and to the world. His words were clear and brave. He asked for help from other countries. He said Ukraine was not just fighting for itself, but for peace and freedom. Many leaders in other lands began to listen to his voice. He talked on live calls with leaders, gave speeches in parliaments, and asked for weapons and supplies to help Ukraine stay strong. Countries in Europe and the West began sending aid. They gave money, tools, and food. Still, they did not send their own soldiers to fight. Even with less power and people, Ukraine stood tall. Men and women joined the army. Some helped as nurses, drivers, or cooks. Zelenskyy said Ukraine must stand together. He thanked the helpers and showed respect to all the people defending their home each day. While the war continued, President Zelenskyy worked day and night. He talked to the army and gave them strength. He also stood with the people in pain. Soldiers were tired, but Zelenskyy visited them at camps and hospitals. He thanked them, listened to them, and told them they were not alone in this fight. He wanted every person to feel important. He showed love to those helping the country. even if they were not fighting with guns but helping in daily work. Civilians, the people who are not in the army, also helped. They cooked food, sent clothes, and fixed buildings. They gave what they could to support the army. Zelenskyy often thanked farmers, teachers, and workers. He said, "Every person in Ukraine is part of our strength. We fight together in many ways." Some people made bandages, others gave milk, bread, or warm coats. Zelenskyy showed that even small acts of kindness could make a big change in war. Zelenskyy also shared news with the world. He used phones and videos to show how hard life was in Ukraine. He wanted people to understand their pain. Leaders in other countries saw his messages. They sent more support, like food, clothes, and things to help people stay warm and safe. Zelenskyy asked for items like jackets, heaters, and trucks. He did not ask for big things only. He knew every small item could help people live one more day. Zelenskyy's words gave people hope. Even in the dark, he said, "We have light in our hearts." His voice became strong in homes where there was no power. Children drew pictures of him in the army. Songs were made about Ukraine. Old men who once fought in past wars gave their blessing to young soldiers. Zelenskyy became more than a president. He was a symbol of bravery, hope, and family. People felt proud to call him their leader and part of their own life. Zelenskyy's story shows how a man from a small town became a brave voice for his people. He began with jokes, but his heart always wanted to help others. He did not plan to lead in war when he started making people laugh. But when the war came, he stood strong and gave strength to a country in pain. His story tells us that even people with simple jobs can do big things. With courage and love, anyone can change their country for the better. Many people now see Zelenskyy as more than a president. They see him as someone who worked with truth, stayed with his people, and never gave up hope. He is now in history books as a leader of courage. His face and words are remembered by many, not just in Ukraine but in the whole world. From TV screens to war zones, he showed the world how care, action, and simple words can help people stand tall even in the darkest time. Zelenskyy's journey teaches the power of bravery. He was not the richest or strongest, but his deep love for his country made him truly special. He used simple tools like messages and calls to bring help and peace. He spoke kindly and asked the world to stand with Ukraine in hard times. People from many lands now look at him as a sign of hope. His actions help others see that one person can make a big change when they care. The war is still not over, but many believe Ukraine will rise again. With help from others and strong hearts, the people will build new homes and schools. Zelenskyy says that dreams do not end in bad times. He asks his people to hold on to hope and to believe in peace, even when things feel dark. His words are seeds of a better future. Step by step, Ukraine walks toward it. Not with fear, but with care, togetherness, and a strong will to live free.